stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Grove Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start the top. Come on, so go with put it to each.
Oh, a pleasant good morning and welcome to the program from the Pre-News. After celebrating 179th Day of Independence, we are back on the radio this beautiful and lovely Tuesday. Today is the 28th of July and the year is 2026. Wendell Nimna is my name. And I'm seated next to Esther Daco. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to all of you listening. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. We celebrated the independence on yesterday, and I'm glad to be here this morning. Even though I don't feel well, but it's good to be here.
Well, that's it, folks. It's good to be here this morning after celebrating Liberia's independence, oldest African republic, 179 years. Somebody said we just got age, but what do we have with the kind of age we have to boast about? All right, so that's it. Well, folks, is another presentation. Is where we come to bring you stories trending from the print media. And together we have in our studio the Daily Observer. The Daily Observer is here, and the Front Page Africa. These papers we have in our studio this morning, and Esther and I will be running you through those stories making headlines. So we will now begin with the front page Africa newspaper, and let's get to top stories first. History is our greatest asset. Independence orator urges Liberians to reclaim their past and build a stronger republic. And another story says, let us go to court. Who is saying this? Grandmother's rape case shows a paralyzed justice system where just two convictions have been won in 6 years, and rapists walk free. And lastly, for top stories, time for honest reflection. Cummings says Liberia's broken institutions threaten independence promise. All right, those are the top stories, but let's take few lines from what the political leader of the Alternative National Congress said about Liberia's independence. So I'm trying to make my way to that story. Let's see whether we can take few lines from there. It's very important. And Alternative National Congress political leader Alexander Benedict Cummings has used Liberia's 179th Independence Day celebration to call for sweeping institutional reforms, warning that the country's independence will remain incomplete unless government strengthens the rule of law, tackles corruption, and restores public confidence in state institutions. In an Independence Day message titled Liberia's at 179, a call to fix our systems and secure our future, Cummings said, Independence Day shouldn't be more than a ceremonial occasion, describing it as a time for honest reflection on the country's governance challenges. True independence isn't just about speeches and parades. It is a time for honest reflection, Cummings wrote. Liberia was founded on a promise of liberty, justice, and opportunity for all. Yet, for too many of our market women, selling under the hot sun, our youth searching for honest work, and our families striving for a better life, that promise remains unfulfilled. The ANC leader argued that Liberia's greatest obstacle is the failure of its public institutions, which he said has fueled corruption, insecurity, and poor governance. Well, let's leave it right there. Those were the assertions made by the Alternative National Congress political leader. Over 400 Liberians left homeless after demolition of communities outside Abidjan, living under extreme conditions. The situation is extremely difficult. Hundreds of Liberians have lost everything: their homes, personal belongings, businesses, and important documents. Many are now living in temporary shelters under very challenging conditions. Mr. Robert Vani Zoka, Vice President, Liberian Community in Cote d'Ivoire. And let's take a few lines from that story. Let's take few lines from there. Okay, let's take few lines, and then when we come back, we bring you one more story from the front page Africa. Let's take this story. More than 400 Liberian nationals have been left homeless and stranded after a large-scale demolition exercise carried out by Ivorian authorities destroy hundreds of homes in the Vredi Kana community on the outskirts of Abidjan. According to leaders of the Liberian diaspora in Cote d'Ivoire, the demolitions, which took place approximately 3 weeks ago, form part of the Ivorian government's ongoing urban redevelopment and settlement clearance program aimed at addressing unauthorized structures and improving urban planning in rapidly expanding areas surrounding the commercial capital. However, the operation has had devastating consequences for hundreds of Liberian migrants and their families who have lived in the affected communities for decades. Speaking on the situation, Mr. Robert Vani Zoka, Vice President of the Liberian community in Cote d'Ivoire, described the humanitarian conditions facing displaced Liberians as dire and worsening by the day. The situation is extremely difficult, Mr. Zoka said. Hundreds of Liberians have lost everything their homes, personal belongings, businesses, and important documents. Many are now living in temporary shelters under very challenging conditions. According to the community leader, the demolition exercise swept through several settlements, housing migrant populations, including a large number of Liberians who had established roots in the area over many years. The affected population includes women, children, elderly persons, and individuals with special needs, many of whom now lack access to adequate shelter, food, healthcare, and sanitation facilities. Esther, see what Liberians are going through in Cote d'Ivoire? Mm. The thing, the spirit from Liberia is not joining Cote d'Ivoire with demolition. So over 400 Liberians now are stranded, they're living under challenging conditions in Cote d'Ivoire. So we hope the authorities there, the LRRC, will make some quick intervention to see how best, if there is a need to have our people back home, so they can do that.
Yeah.
Because our people are, living in temporary shelters, according to the vice president for the Liberian community in the Cote d'Ivoire. But let's take our final story, a viral video, a president's son, and a promise to burn 380 million in cocaine, the threat, the defiance, and the ultimatum. A video threatening Joseph Boakai Jr., known widely as Jojo, the president's son, over the record cocaine seizure, has gone viral in Liberia, with two armed men accusing him of betraying a partnership and demanding their merchandise back. The head of Liberia's Executive Protection Service answered with a threat of his own: burn the drugs and send the video to Colombia. Two men named in connection with the footage, including Boakai Jr., say they have nothing to do with any of it, and a second-hand account aired on Spawn TV shows how quickly an unrelated favor can start looking like something else entirely. All right, it's very interesting, people. Let's get to know this cocaine. Hey, Liberia. Is Liberia a narcotic state? Can we say that? Is Liberia a narcotic state, my people? Well, let's take a few lines from this story. A viral video has done what a month of drug buzz couldn't quite manage on its own. Drag the president's family directly into the story. In it, the purported owners of the U.S. 380 million in drugs seized in Liberia's last week make vowed threats against Joseph Boakai Jr., the son of President Joseph Boakai Sr., and it's drawn a strong response from the head of the Executive Protection Service. Sam Gay confirmed to Front Page Africa Monday that the government isn't afraid of the threats. Let them come collect their merchandise at the burn site, he said, confirming a post attributed to him that is being making the rounds on social media. We will burn their 4.2 tons of cocaine this week, and we will videotape it and send it to them in Colombia. Bring it on if you are vexed. Get in your boat or plane and come meet us at the burn site, Gay declared in the post. The video and the threat. In the video itself, two armed men in military fatigues holding up samples of the seized drugs accuse the president's son of betrayal. Your end will come soon if you don't give back our goods. Joseph Boaga Jr. is talking to so his end will come soon if he doesn't give them back their goods. Say your end will come soon if you don't give back our goods. After all we did for you and your father, one of them says, we treated you like family, and now you decide to burn or to turn your back on us. You turn your phone off so we cannot contact you. This is our last attempt. Reached by Front Page Africa, Boaka Jr. said he has nothing to do with any drugs issue. Ibrahima Touare, that's Ibrahima Toure, whose photograph turns up in the video circulated by the purported drug owners, denied any involvement too. I know nothing about this. I want you to believe me. I know nothing about this, he said. People have been sending me the video since this morning, but I know nothing about this. If I were to do something like this, it wouldn't be in Liberia. It wouldn't be in Spain because I have been living in Spain for almost 27 years. So I don't know nothing about this, nothing. His only real connection to Boaka Jr., Toure said, was a sports diplomacy trip. Maybe I went with the president's son and the minister of youth and sports. I went to represent them at the Real Madrid Foundation. I even got a video for it about sport, and I am doing my things small all my life. Those things I never see it in my life. I have never in my life since I was born even seen drugs in my life. I swear to my children, I don't know nothing about this. Nothing. He thinks someone lifted his photo to damage his name. Somebody took my profile picture, took it and trying to damage my image. I am a very serious man that is coming with clean business in that country. It is very, very bad what they are doing with my image. That is the reality. A relative's account that called from Spain. Toure deny isn't the whole story, though a fuller picture of how his name got tangled up in this at all came from a close relative, Sheikh Kuyate, who described a private conversation he had with Toure in a recording aired on Spawn TV Sunday evening in an interview with host Stanton Witherspoon. Kuyate said he asked Toure directly whether he had done any business with Jojo recently. Anything connected to what was circulating online. Toure, swearing to his life, told him the only dealings between them were about sports development. Jojo had introduced him to the Minister of Youth and Sports, and The two had traveled to Spain together, and Toure had introduced Jojo to the Rio Madre Foundation. Then Kouyaté asked something different. Had Toure spoken to anyone at all about what was happening in Liberia? The answer, as Kouyaté tells it, got more complicated from there. Toure said he had gotten a call because his wife is from Equatorial Guinea. One of her relatives had been contacted from Spain by someone saying they had someone from Liberia with a problem and asking whether Toure knew anyone who could help intervene. So Toure called a man he identified as Habib, described as someone close to Jojo who works at the NSA, to see whether he could connect them. The three of them, Toure, Habib, and the woman from Spain, ended up on a conference call where the request for help was made directly. Habib said he could assist but would need to check with his superiors first. And that is when Kouyaté says he stepped in. I told him, "Do you know what they are talking about?" He recalled Toure's answer. Was that the people said now? Or I'm sorry, was that what the people said? They arrested their people. A reference, a clear now to the drugs arrest. That is a drug issue. Kouyaté says he told me, "Don't get yourself involved," to Kouyaté. Why the two of them were still on the phone. Abi called back and Toure cut him off right there, telling him he wanted no part of it. Well, Esther, because of time, let's tap you right here and take more stories from the Daily Observer newspaper. And let's send controls to Esther.
All right. Thank you so much. I have it for me, the Daily Observer, and hopefully I'm going to be able to reach you out because. All right. From the top story here, we have history as a blueprint for nationhood. National orator says the nation's greatest wealth lies not beneath its soil, but in the story that can unite its people. My argument is simple, bro. Declare Liberia history is one of our greatest national assets. And when it comes to understanding our collective past, the great challenge facing us is not simply that too many Liberians do not know their history. Our great challenge is that too many have come to believe their history has little value.
So, how can we bring our team of panelists on?
They can come through right here. The moment any of them come, we'll see it.
Because I'm seeing Masale and one other person wants to join your studio. All right, just
I don't know why it's like
just
that, but
just okay, accept. Accept. Okay, I think. Okay, hope they are with us. But let's move on, Esther, because of time.
all right, it should be on the screen. The last time I had Aliyu, he was right here. So I don't know. Well, I have the story here, and I'm going to read some lines from the 10 of this paper. It says, the national orator of the 179th Independence Day celebration, Dr. Herbert C. Brewer, departed from the customary celebration of national achievements to deliver what many historians and political observers may regard as one of the most intellectually ambitious Independence Day address in recent memory. Rather than measuring national progress through economic indicators or political milestones, Brewer advanced a different position that the country's greatest untapped resource is neither its iron ore, gold, forest, nor offshore oil prospect, but its history. Liberian history is one of our greatest national assets, Bureau declared at the national event held in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, Monday, July 2nd. People who lost confidence in their history eventually lost confidence in themselves. His address challenged Liberians to reconsider the nation's past not as a catalogue of conflict, inequality, and missed opportunities, but as the foundation upon which a more united and prosperous future can be built. With that, reclaiming history to reclaim identity was the crux of Brewer's oration. For decades, discussing about the country's history have often revolved around political divisions, the American-Liberian and indigenous experience, military coups, civil war, and post-war reconstruction. Burrell did not dismiss these realities. Instead, he argued that reducing the country's national story to its darkest chapters risks creating a generation that sees little reason for national pride. This appeal was therefore directed not only at historians but at every Liberian. History is a source of our identity, our memory, our wisdom, and our sense of national purpose, he told the nation. That perspective aligns closely with this year's Independence Day theme, strengthening national identity through Liberian lead historical leadership, emphasizing that history is not merely about remembering the past, but about shaping the future. One of the speech's most significant historical interventions was Brewer's insistence that Liberia's history neither began in 1822 with the arrival of free African Americans nor in 1847 when the republic declared independence. Instead, he traced Liberia's origins to centuries of indigenous civilizations that existed long before European contact. The republic whose independence we celebrate today rests upon foundations laid over many centuries, Bureau said. By highlighting archaeological evidence, oral traditions, and the Celtic scholarship, he challenged a long-standing tendency in some historical narratives to place the founding of Liberia almost exclusively within the context of the American colonization society. His argument was that Liberia's identity is broader than any single historical episode. Perhaps the speech's greatest political significance lies in its effort to bridge one of the nation's oldest historical divides, the relationship between indigenous communities and the descendants of free African Americans. Rather than presenting these histories as a competing narrative, Burrell described Liberia as the product of their convergence. He praised returning black settlers for bringing education, faith, and Republican ideas while recognizing indigenous communities for contributing political systems, diplomacy, commerce, and cultural continuity. According to Bureau, Liberia emerged because both groups shaped the republic together. The forming of the Liberian Republic was made possible not only by the vision of the returning descendants of African, but also by the African people themselves already on ground. The interpretation represents an important effort to promote historical inclusivity at a time when conversations about national identity increasingly emphasized reconciliation rather than division. Throughout the address, Brewer repeatedly argued the understanding Liberia's complex history should unite citizens rather than separate them. We reminded Liberians that ethnic identities themselves evolve over centuries through the migration, commerce, alliance, and cultural interaction. Our ancestors were not born in the identities that we know today. We observe indeed our ancestors created those identities. That observation carries contemporary relevance. Liberia remains home to more than 16 ethnic groups whose cultural diversity has often been celebrated but occasionally politicized. Broad message suggested that recognizing a shared historical joining could reduce ethnic polarization by emphasizing common nationhood over inherited divisions. I want to start here. You can grab a copy of the Daily Observer and read that story in depth. But let's see more stories here. We have Waka shifts focus on national identity, makes identity central to national building. Waka shifts focus to national identity makes identity central to nation building. President Joseph Nima Bwaka Sr. chose not to dwell primarily on roles, economic statistics, or political achievement. Instead, he delivered what many observers may regard as one of his most reflective national addresses since assuming office. Let's see more stories here. Government secures key climate seat, eyes adaptation finance boost. Okay, this is good. Where's page 10? Okay, we have it right here. It says when footage of the flooding in Ghana surfaced on social media, Liberians were concerned and worried about possible occurrences in Liberia. Part of the country were flooded after days of rain submerging parts of the capital, Accra, and disrupting transportation. The Environmental Protection Agency, the country's lead entity responsible for climate change, adaptation, and mitigation, issued a commentary titled Moreover is not far from Ghana, urging citizens and developers to immediately stop filling wetlands, blocking drainages, and improperly disposing of waste, stressing that Liberia must choose active policy enforcement and funding today to avoid repeating Accra's disaster. Liberia is among the few countries with a United Nations framework convention on climate change, recognized national adaptation plan. The plan seeks to reduce vulnerability by building resilience, strengthening technical capacity, and embedding climate risks into national development policies. Led by Arthur Becker, director of the Department of Multilateral Environmental Agreements at the EPA, the NAP focuses on six critical sectors: waste, health, agriculture, forestry, coastal zones, and energy and fisheries. Yet, the financial burden of implementation remains daunting. However, translating these blueprints into action requires massive financial resources that Liberia simply cannot muster alone. We will leave you there. All hail the genius behind Liberia's atom. And this is it. And at the back page, we don't have anything much except Happy Independence Day. As Liberia observed 179th Independence Anniversary, the chairman and members of the board of directors
are we coming to read it before the end?
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Esther, for that splendid presentation of the Daily Observer. Let's recap the stories. We already have Aliyu Masale with us. Okay, so let's recap the stories we read this morning. From the front page, Africa, top stories. History is our greatest asset. Independence orator urges Liberians to reclaim their past and build a stronger republic. And this is Crime Watch News. Let us go to court. Grandmother's rape case shows a paralyzed justice system where just two convictions have been won in 6 years and rapists walk free. And lastly, time for honest reflection. Time for honest reflection. Cummings says Liberia's broken institutions threaten independence promise. Those were the top stories. Over 400 Liberians left homeless after demolition of communities outside Abidjan, living under extreme conditions. The situation is extremely difficult. Hundreds of Liberians have lost everything their homes, personal belongings, businesses, and important documents. Many are now living in temporary shelters under very challenging conditions. Mr. Robert Vani Zoka, Vice President, Liberian Community in Cote d'Ivoire. A viral video, a president's son, and a promise to burn 380 million in cocaine, the threat, the defiance, and the ultimatum. That does it for the front page Africa. Let's run to the Daily Observer. And it says history as a blueprint for nationhood. National orator says the nation's greatest wealth lies not beneath its sword, but in the story that can unite its people. And Bwaka shifts focus to national identity, makes identity central to nation building. And government secures key climate seats, eyes adaptation fairness boost. And then lastly, for the Daily Observer, all hail the genius behind Liberia's atom. And that does it for the recap this morning. Let's take our break. When we come back, we will join Aliyu Masale. We don't see our weather report man yet, but just after the break, we're going to be hearing from Aliyu Masale.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so go in deep and deeper. Put it to each living sense in her.
Thank you to our sponsors, Cram Stopper Liberia, Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, and Exodus Best Price Store with 2 branches. One is on Gurley Street, that's the head branch, and they have a sub branch there on the Old Road, Smart Road Junction. All right, so we'll say a big thank you to them. Let's leave the shores of Liberia now and welcome Aliyu Masale all the way there in Baltimore, Maryland, the USA. Aliyu, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Nime. Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mama Labua. Glad to be here. Happy belated independent. How was the independent?
Uh,
Well, Independent was great on my end.
we had independence here defeated.
What
When?
do you mean?
I don't know.
July 26th is what?
Oh, July 26th. That was gonna day.
Look,
July 26th in Liberia. That was gonna day.
I mean, a history,
What thing
my
that happened?
dear.
I'm not a historian. That's why I'm
That's
asking.
why you have smartphone. Go and check. Since you
Okay, please help me.
the 50 some more years you have lived for,
Please help
you
me.
never celebrated 26.
Please help me.
Interesting.
uh,
179 year old.
Mhm.
Welcome, yeah, Leo. How was your end too?
thank God, everything okay. Yes, it was
Man,
okay.
I saw a very huge turnout of Liberians in Minnesota. I thought you were part of the crowd.
No, no, no. I don't go to these places. Yeah. There was celebration in Minnesota, Philadelphia, just all the state they do celebration. Even in my state, Maryland, sometimes people gather to thousand. Colombia, all of those places, but I don't just go to these places at all. Either I go to work or I stay home and rest myself. That's all.
Okay, that's good.
Well, it's nice
Okay.
being here.
Mm,
Yeah. Thank God for the Independent Day have come and gone. Even though more at least say things are okay because if people were hungry, they can't afford, you won't see people getting in the street to celebrate independence. But in as much as people are going to celebrate independence, that shows that the economy is good, the government is doing well. And the problem, even talking about those in the diaspora was celebrating the independence. Don't mention Liberian. With those in the diaspora, people that back home. Because those in the diaspora, no matter how many tons of cooking you're exporting and importing, they will still celebrate that independent day. So
mm,
don't don't mention those in the diaspora Liberian into that. But you see, and one thing, or Liberians, no matter what happening, when it comes to our independent day, it comes to 26. No, no, even when the country hard, people will stay save money to get our children dressed nice and clean, no
mm,
matter how hard it is. So that doesn't mean that things are okay in the country because people went to celebrate Christmas, Independence Day. You say, oh, the economy is okay. If people were hungry, they will not go out there. That's making more great. You don't say that to people. But that is it. Or to the issue, Mr. Nimble, listening to what you people read, this is something that I'm really thinking about because we have been hearing over the years that the first family, the president's son, is involved in drugs dealing. And when we saw this video on social media, because these days you don't just see something and you say, oh, yeah, this is real, oh, this is because people AI, they do so many things.
Mhm.
So we have been following this video, we have been baking, and just to know that this video is authentic. So this is alarming. So is this real that this boy is actually a dealer? Because if you listen to one of Liberia's best and investigative journalists, Randy CA, who said he been following that video, he did this, he did that, just to know that yes, it is real, and we're hearing people names are involved, and they know some of these people. So this is something that is troubling for our country, for the president's son to be involved in such a thing that we are hearing, and we waited to hear his side of the story, even though he debunked, he said he denied it, that he has nothing to do with them, or they want to implicate him. But this is something that we don't have to take lightly because we have been hearing this over the years that the president's son is into drugs dealing, and seeing those Colombian guys or trying to threaten him or the first family, that is something that should concern all Liberians because they said they've been doing for he and his father. So God forbid, If they are coming after him, it will not just be him, but also his father, which is the president of the nation. So this is something that it is concerning to every Liberians for us to be hearing such a terrible news concerning the first family, more especially the president's son. Because if you say you are doing for here your father and they betray you today, meaning that here your father betrayed the Colombian drugs cartel. So when they are coming after him, it will not just be he alone. And this is something that people really need to dig deeper to know where this video is actually coming from, those guys, and let us see what they can do about it. Because for now, for me, I'm more worried about the president of the nation, even though that his son, but he's a young guy, he know what he's doing. But this is an older man, and his safety and security matter most to every Liberians in and out because he's the president. So for me, I'm just still thinking about it. Yes, but I don't have nothing much to say. That just it. Thank you.
Thank you, Aliyu. This is really really a troubling situation. You know, where the first family is being linked to this drug thing is so sad for us. And Esther, you know, let me just this is the exchange of text message between Jojo and I'm quite sure the cartel. All right, let me see what I can get it good. It says Jojo, your end will soon come if you don't hand over our goods back. All right, you to oh my God, you stop with your boy on this is not too clear. I hope I can get the full text to read it.
Even
This
when you get the full text to read those guys' message is hard because you know the
yeah.
people just how they can speak that English and how they can write
Mhm,
it.
mhm. But this is the
Yes.
reply to Joseph
Mhm.
to from the president's son. This is Jojo reply to them. He says, "Whoever you are an idiot. All right, you need to learn how to write better English." The boy in pie business with English business. He said, "You need
University
to
beautiful
write
English.
English class.
better English before." Oh my God, this I'm trying to get this out. Oh my God, oh my God, I'm trying to get this out. Okay, it says you need to learn how to speak better English before you start playing your games or your funny games. You will never draw me into your nonsense. Look, the thing we talk it. The reality is coming up.
Hmm.
The reality is coming up. We told you that there are big hands connected to this drug thing. And most of you are saying, oh man, you're sure you're more, you ain't know nothing, you can get talk. Now the first family is being linked. The president's son, the man who bears the same name of the president, his junior, Joseph Newman Boaka Jr., is being linked to this 390 million. You think that's small money?
Mhm.
390 million? Close to $500 million. So that money, you think that somebody would just play with so easily, somebody would just fold their hands and let it go like that? In thin air? 300 plus $1 million? Think about getting 1 million. When you get 1 million, you be ball. Then you get 300. That it just going in goose. So you think the cartels are happy?
Hmm.
You think the guys are happy? They are not happy. Where they are right now, their blood is burning inside of them. That can you imagine? After we did all of this for the boy Hipa, is this how they're gonna pay us back? after we did everything to make Joseph Boakai president, that today the ball coming to post slapping our face, our $390 million worth of goods money going vain like that. Esther, don't play with cartel.
Mm-hmm.
When they come in, they will hunt everybody down. Once you are connected to that family.
We see it in the movies though.
Exactly.
Okay, exactly.
You see? So, like Aliyu said, our president should be giving all maximum because you don't play with cartels. It is good that the EPS boss have spoken that if they say the goods for them, let them come for it and can't carry. They will border with stiff resistance. That's what his statement implies. If you say the goods for you can't for it now. And you say for you can't get it. So it's caring. That's why we told your people the investigation will not go anywhere. Look, some of the names that you can be calling around here, the people they themselves they are embarrassed. They are embarrassed. They want to do their job, but how can they do their job? Their hands are tied. They can't do anything. Once the president's son is involved, it's alleged that the president's son is involved. So once it's alleged that the president's son is involved in this $390 million cocaine thing, whether you think the kid's going nowhere, it's not going to go anywhere. Are there any security person to go temple with Joseph Boakai Jr.? Are there? Because the people who close to that family said that boy hip hop business, nobody plays with it. So if you think that the cartel, what they said in that video that's gone viral on the social media, you go try JoJo and you will see what you will get. Anybody temper with that kid in the government, you will lose your job.
But Mr. Nimle, the problem here now that we are seeing the FBI from America in Liberia, excuse me, and also the DEA agent from America in Liberia. For me, I believe that no matter what they do, the American government will send those people in Liberia and for them to go and cover anybody up. So it is time that those people they just need to speak to what they know, those people that are involved, instead of making situation worse. Because when you talk, you will see all the time Mo Ali posting, trying to make Liberian people to understand that, oh yeah, the cartel was built over the past 6 years under the Weah administration. They continue to politicize this whole thing. They want to tie the CDC into it. But those names we are hearing today, are these people connected to CDC? No. These are your own people. What we are hearing now, this allegation, is the president so connected to George Weah or the CDC? No. The first family now, are they part of the CDC first family? But this thing, they just want to implicate Weah, they want to bring sedition inside. And look at the drug and cocaine history of Liberia. The 12 years of Eddie and Bakai when cocaine started coming to Liberia. This is what I said. Mo Ali, the Unity Party, were the ones that built the drug cartel in Liberia, and nobody can destroy it beside you people. You people build a cartel. When we came to power, being a soft man, and he absorbed every one of you into his government, and he used that opportunity to bring in drugs into the country, and he took the blame. And this is why he left today, and now you people have been busted. And this is something I want to know. Why is it that the 2 barrels of meth that were busted in my hometown, Roseville, the government didn't announce it? Another dangerous substance, meth, people use, they kill themselves with it. It was busted in my hometown. I even sent all the journalists from King's FM's Stevie. Stevie Compton, he was there. They interviewed people. The Spoon journalists were there. They even interviewed my brother. Why the government didn't announce that to the public?
And that thing,
to show you those people they are doing something.
That meth, they say as soon as it touch your lip, in a few seconds you're gone.
You're gone.
So the people
and that was busted in the country while the government hiding that when the Liberian people.
The people passing through our country with a lot of dangerous things to harm us. Esther?
They will say we have built cartel. Why all those things we didn't see it happening? If we was the one that built the cartel, why would we see all these things happening under his administration?
And you talk
That's it
about
not what to see it.
show, it can happen in the show. And you see the cartel
Mm-hmm.
then when they give you their goose and you play with their goose. When baby say in the house, they can't even spend a baby. Baby. Baby, anything, any living thing that connected to you, they will make sure that you don't survive.
But Mr. Nimle, even in this country, like if the person get a blog here that where they can operate, and then you start to operate, then you start doing things. Then many can go down one another for second for those things just to carry operation on somebody black. You taking their customer. You know where you mean 390 million worth of cocaine. You
Look
think
at the
those
kind
guys will just stay for their goods to go in thin air?
look at the kind of thing that we
And
saw in
yeah, you
look at
try to do everything
the kind of thing
and
then
build
that
all
came
the
from in
personal
our house.
security.
Yo,
Mhm.
look at the kind of thing that came from in our house. That
Taking
house.
drugs, yellow use clothes, DK for in the house.
I'm
You see?
telling you, 390 million. So if you get 100, if you get $181 million, you put it on that money, you get $500 million.
Mhm.
So they're not small money. That's even the group that lost that $90 million. Someone then is still holding their head today. We spend all our
Yes.
money, our $90 million, we can get it because you spend money to get money. Yeah, Esther, you
And
carrying
you,
something that worth $90 million. You think when you spend $2-3 million, you think it will shake you? It will not
and you
shake
want
you.
to tie the thing, you want to tie the cookie thing to the previous administration. When I heard that thing, immediately I called my people in Roseville. Those guys were in Roseville from April. They started an operation in Roseville since April. Okay, so was that during Georgia administration that you want to tie the cartel to his administration? April 2026, Georgia was in power again. You people know her, and this is why I'm coming to Liberia and I need to go down there. There is no way the cartel will enter Liberia and they just sit on their phone and they Google Roseville, bam, 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 bam. They say, okay, we can go over there to work there. Somebody must have carried them there. When I
Mm.
listen to that interview, the commissioner is not saying something that she's supposed to say. There is
Yeah,
something she happens there, then she need to
because
say it. We need
because
to know who took those guys to Roseville. We need
Aliyu,
to know who
because
carried them there.
Aliyu, let me tell you something. All the people then they got their connect. They got their
Mhm.
connect. The people will look at the area, they say, my man, the area is easy to access, so we can do our thing here. All right? They play is not safe for us. Let's take it outside Monrovia. So no, I will not be on Autumnware. We'll carry way to Roseville. How many persons can go to Roseville? How many persons live in Roseville?
See how quiet the place is, Sonny. Very
Yeah,
quiet, cool.
quiet.
You
Very
see?
quiet place. Roseville is
I
a
got
very quiet place.
information. Quiet. I got information. In the about 12, 1, 2 o'clock, you will see the movement of cars. You will see armed security police guarding
Mhm.
some of those guys coming from that place in the
Yeah.
night.
In the
You
night.
see, the commissioner, you want to tell me you over there, you don't know about this kind of movement that was going on in that place? You know who took those guys to you to say, oh, yeah, the people want to come and do business here. They only kill them by themselves? No,
But
I can't believe that.
it speaks to the fact that how vulnerable our country is,
Of
you know,
course.
Mhm.
because I mean we don't have the kind of sophistication to there are too many entry points in this country. People can just get away and do stuff. Like I was talking the other day about the fishing companies and one of my friends called me and said, look, if you do that, you'll be indicting us because we are not let them check those carriers. Those carriers are the ones. Because I'm told to Roseville, there's a guy. The guy has a boat. He's a diver. He has a boat. So when they come in the middle, they say, "My man, kind of thing. Yeah, we already drop it. If you can, yeah, you can swim. Can't get it yet. It's floating." That man goes with his speedboat, dive in the water, and get his stuff and bring it. That's how the men are running the country. So the
But
whole
Mr. Limne, Rossville, the people, majority of them, their source of survivability is through fishing.
fishing, yeah,
Okay, the people go to Digbe, they go to Mata Beach, all the places, they go to fishing. And where those guys, when they pull that container, it right to the river. And from there to even go to the bottom or to the sea, it just like maybe talking at 10, 15 minutes to poke, and get there. And
Hmm.
this is why when you listen to us, not to it, those that were arrested with even streaming suit and team. So when they
Yeah.
drop that team, they only stream, they go, they take it, they bring it on show. Like you said, my brother said the same thing. Those guys, when they said our fishing company, they went the fishing and all the broad fish, they were selling it to the people in Rossville. So the people were like, oh yes, we can be okay. The people fishing here, they selling fish to us. This is how they fool them. So we need to also know those Rosvarians that were working with those guys, what kind of work were they doing? These are things that we need to know from the
Yeah.
commissioner. You
Yeah.
see,
Okay,
we can
folks.
get Liberia to this is not good for the country.
Thank you so much, Leo. Let's go to the phone lines and take few calls, folks. You heard it. Before the holiday, we saw that video. Those of us who have access to smartphones, and those of you who are fanatics of porn, this is the very station that you people use to come to power. And this is the very radio station today that coming up and saying these things about, the governance structure of our country. But some hands are just, they can't do anything. Sometimes you'll pull money, people, oh, they ain't doing their work. They can't, look, you yourself, if they put you in that position, you able to go catch the president's son? You able? What kind of power you get to go catch the president's son? The man is the president's son. So we have foreign investigators in our country. Let them go on, do their investigation, and make sure that all of the corporates are brought to book. So for now, we can use the word alleged that Joe Boaga is alleged that he has a link to the $390 million worth of cocaine that was busted in the VOA community on the Robertsfield Highway. So we'll take few calls this morning: 0776 104 104, 086 500 104. The WhatsApp line is +231 86 500 104. And we have a special line for the female callers: 0770 297 All right, let's go to the line and take this person as our first caller. Hello? Hello, welcome to the show. Don't give us feedback now, please.
Yeah, this is 54 from Bomi Highway.
Welcome to the show from Bomi Highway. Where on the highway you calling from?
I didn't know my hometown. My hometown is situated by the Poor River. But this,
Okay, go ahead. Take your 1 minute, sir. Take your 1 minute. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, that drug business in Rossville, it is no joke about it because even the people use the Poor River that's what I'm thinking of to get the drugs up. I didn't even know what I'm talking about. Almost every 1 or 2 days, they will go up with the Poor River with the drugs. So
Thank you. Thank you there, my brother. Let's take another person. Hello?
Good afternoon, Wundia and Alima Saleh.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear you, sir. Your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, Peter Davika, so I come from under the street like in Rock Johnson, an outstanding member of the Concerned Librarian for Justice. You know, Wundia, we are being consistent in articulating to the people that the way the issue of the drugs, the investigation was going, we came to realize that the first family, were connected with this particular drugs issue. And thankfully, that have been validated from their own media and practitioner. She called us asking, these are young drugs as a conduit to come to power. Today they are at the epicenter of power. Then there's an inflow of drugs into the country. Every sector now of the liberal society you walk, you see children, young boys and girls, they are standing sleeping because the drugs are just circulated across the political landscape of Liberia. Because the guys from the first family are the major distributor and the supplier of this particular cookies in the country.
Thank you, Peter. Let's leave you there. Let's take this person. Hello?
Good afternoon, Libano Winyao, and good afternoon to your fellow panelists.
Good afternoon.
This is the voice of the Congo chairman. My name is T.O.P. Williams. I'm member of the Concerned Labyrinth Justice. I drive from Tokyo District 4.
Go ahead, Peter. Willie, let's hear you. I'm sorry, Willie. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Thank you very much. You see, the thing is a kind of thing that Nigerians, whoever you are, wherever you are, you know, acquire the courage and bravery for us to call what it is. Because when it quacks like a dog, it walks like a dog, it must be a dog. So, we are gathered from school that even in the boat, who is like a liaison between the cartel from Colombia and that of the cartel in Liberia. Took photos, a lot of photos with the foreign minister of the government, with the Mr. President himself, with Tantan. So the government is insistent. This government is compromised. All we need is for this government to step aside for us to do independent, impartial, and forensic investigation. And this will not just come about on some plateau. Liberia, one million Liberia have to use their budget now. That's why I'm so sad to get the deal of Liberia. Because if we will have somebody that should be considered as a state person in Yata formula, we speak in the form and manner as she just did. It is sad for Liberia. If you will look at somebody who is doing that, look, you are no longer going to be president of Liberia, who said aside, you use your energy to direct her in, and you look at what is happening in Liberia today, conversation going on, girls, you are woman, girls being raped. Nothing is coming out of it. Just like if this culture is a narco state, you took the airway you have on international platform and BBC, you didn't fit to it. So you went for somebody who's not president of Liberia. It's so sad.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Wendell.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. I guess this is Spencer Muhammad.
Spencer Muhammad, and I come from down Coast Spoon Hill, Winter Community, and a member of Concern Liberia for Justice. Wendell, thank you this afternoon for your discussion. Wendell, this has been our advocacy. When I was small, our parents told us, say, if a catfish come from under the river and say, catfish is this, who am I to what? Agree it. It means reality is unveiling itself by the day. This was a very spoon that you guys used to ask one another. This is a spoon last time. This is the spoon that is giving this revelation. So who are we to argue it? Indeed, what they are saying is good. That has been advocated. Look, the president from the executive mansion down to senior government officials are aware of these drugs. Evidence by the revelations that is coming up by this day. In this window, we never look at historicity of unity window. During the most tyrannical rule under President Taylor, we did not see drugs here. Liberia actually started seeing drugs from 2005 to 2017. That was the time we started seeing drugs in our country. First of all, with this cartel, when President Weah tried to disband it, when he got Gregory out of the police, he took it to be an affront. And how could he fight back was to infect our country with drugs. All of these unity parties, cartels that are now being called today, organized themselves, started infusing drugs until President Weah and the UC against it today. They are here. That's why you see drugs coming from everywhere of our country. Just bust everything. That's why even encouraged to bring 370 million plus the 19 million we are talking about, 389 million worth of drugs into our country without any fear, without any remorse. They just brought it because they had what? Addicted to it. That's why they brought it. Henceforth, President Walker is coming and exposed.
Okay.
President Walker, you are well, you are fully responsible for the drugs, and we ask the international community members to join us to fully investigate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's talk to you. Hello? Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the show. What's your name and where you join us from?
Well, thank you. My name is Liberia Sandy, and I'm calling this afternoon from Chicago Factory.
Let's hear you, sir.
The minute you see the issue of this cocaine, so for the video player, right? So the person saw at 9 in sport. Yeah, you have to to respond because the issue of the Kofi started discussing that June. So even though you were in the room, was he accepted? No, he had to respond asking for policy that yes, it is not even know. The person are talking to Spain. They have denied that you were not part of it by the end of the day. They focus to confirm that yes, it is. They have customary that you're the president. They will get, they will fight to get it drunk out. So the drunk, he's saying that yes, you know, this is not fun. No, they have to be serious. Someone will show that that's not for you. So how they drunk, you know, how they were getting people who are reporting that security. Or who say to the people that follow it, but this is about that, you know, but the border shut in, they come out, say, like you said, why is it a graduate who will call somebody else in that that is you? So, the border people do the info. That's issue to find a job, especially the police director. The police director, according to him, his friend received 10,000, but he did not tell who gave the 10,000. Spoon to God. He's at 10,000. Even he himself, the one that distributed that money, you want me to say, get great 9 years ago. Why would I receive money not to a bank? Take the rest of the money. So
no, you don't have a proof for that, so let us not go there. Yeah. Okay.
Now when he said the guy who received the money, he said that day he gave the money to Gabriel. Gabriel gave 2,000 according to him. So now what I'm saying that if it is true now, then why is it you want me to distribute the money when you're not in the door of it? So for me to say that I want to be serious for that people, they're not serious for the issue of the job. They just are doing all right here. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yeah?
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Tell us your name and where you join us from and take your 1 minute. Oh my God, somebody took you off the line. I don't know, is that person? Let's call back. Let's get to this caller. Hello? Hello?
How are you? Good afternoon. Miguel?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you join us from?
So, my name is Tom William, but my well-known name is Mr. V.
Go ahead.
I call from Central
Go ahead.
Concern that for last day. Central Motor representation. What I would say here is that those people, no, I hate to hear these people say, the whole police are the state. This thing they used to have is as small one used to bring. When we talk about it, they say, oh, that's area. Oh, that's the party. Now, under the regime, just keep coming. Who you think will call? They are the one will call because of the regime. And I tell you, the people build the capital, fast movement because they had the opportunity to have the new power. So what we do, if like all the time the people were doing, they coming so they going, so you think what they were doing. What place they have, you can explain what the president went there. Yeah? So can I mean, I could care for all the places they were able to make connection. That was somebody, you want to tell me, nobody was over here, huge amount of blood that came in the country. Nobody, people just pass through the border or walking to just come without anybody receiving it. Those things that we have here, and having from the other parties, they started, we knew, we took every time. They asked for the court process. So most of the time we can use to ask for the other thing. And I believe those people made the draw here. They have the starting, they have the opportunity to get it for them. You know how many person here that is still of getting drugs in the government.
Okay.
What I would say is the people just got shower and the drugs will finish.
Thank you. Let's talk to you, this person. Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Winner.
Morning. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, this is my work. I want to say good morning to Esther Jaco. I want to say good morning to Masali. My son, the only thing I got to say this morning, the Bible, Romans chapter 12, verse 11, my son Wendell. The Bible says, those that support evil, you will not depart from them. And I want to tell God, thank you so much. For George, we have to turn the portrait over to Joseph Walker. Because my son Wendell, and we are going to play high now, going to listen to people say, don't agree, don't get in his country, don't do it. Jawia legacy was coming to die. Everything Jawia suffered for. He suffered to build his legacy all over the world. They were coming to die in his second thing. But Bona agreed in the country over. That was today, all the wickedness United Party people pay. God decided to expose me. I want to give God the glory. I want to say God thank you for your seeking the son for 2023 up to today. You're still seeking the son. God will continue to expose me. They will never have peace with them. God thank you the afternoon.
Thank you, Ma Walter. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's take another person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, William.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Your 1 minute starts now. Let's hear you.
Yeah, William, this is the boys from Sabu Rasta.
Welcome, Sabu. Let's hear you.
Yeah, William, I come from a person who went to be spectator William in Zimbabwe. A far member of the concern like going for justice. So, William, you have an important question I want to ask. You said you are the answer, you're getting my answer. You say, oh, no, we want to say congratulations. Yeah, with the congratulations, William, like what I'm cooking dinner. Now, you depend on you, William. That cooking dinner in like girl. You have to look at them as cooking. Because they imagine with a form of more. I more. We have to see people here to remove criticize drugs. But today, we don't want to watch to see 370 God. No, we know it's far. It's very frustrating with us. We don't have rescue. We don't have rescue that now. We are the soldiers being declared on national scale. We die, we suffering. Well, we are thanking for the show. We're not working with you.
Thank you very much, my man Sabu Rasta, calling from Zimbabwe there in Point 4, near Town. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 0770 297 016. That number is just for the female callers. We have a few more minutes to be here. We can take a few more calls, and we go home at 12:30. Let's talk to you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
We want to tell us thank you for exposing this 319 million drugs, and the 19 million drugs will be gay body free. And we hope that the international community will do the right job. If a job worker is dealing with it drugs, that is arresting and put him behind bars. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That was very short and sweet from the caller. Let's keep the calls coming in. We are here to, hear from you, our Liberian people. What do you make of the allegations against the son of the president of Liberia, Jojo Boakai Jr.? Let's talk to you. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
My name is James Colley.
James Colley, you want me to cut you off or you want me to keep you on the line?
No, don't cut me off.
Okay, James, go ahead. Just move away from your monitor and take your 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm not there.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I listened to the different view about the fight against drugs in this country. Hey, let's wear our honesty cap. Let's put party thing aside.
Okay.
Because we didn't cry. We, the ordinary people, are the ones that become the victim of the drug abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's do comparison. They're not drug coming in the country. No. There was a situation on the city at the airport where immigration officers refused $25,000 to expose drugs. Okay?
Mm.
Then, onward to Soria, there was drug situation. Up to this government, there's a drug situation. But the difference is the level at which the drug fight is being taken.
Mm.
That what makes it different.
Mm.
This government promised to fight drugs, and at least they are fighting it. Okay? They are fighting it. That's a myth.
Okay.
Okay? Now, the drug fight got layers. We have the dealer, we have the supplier, and we have the hidden hand. We have the meat cartel. You will never know who the meat cartel is. It could be your white man, it could be your brother, it could be anybody. This government intelligence, they knew, and yet they don't care whether it will be their brother. They say we're fighting and declaring the open. And the process is ongoing. To save we the ordinary victims. If we commend them, I think they will do more instead of us criticizing it. Okay? The George Weah administration, what they could do, they fight the drugs at the bigger level. Even though they were not so effective.
Okay.
So let's commend the government for taking the head on. Okay?
Okay.
To save us.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dad. Let's talk to this
Thank you
person.
very much. That's amazing. It's laughable for our brothers to be coming here and acting like they want to teach us. When do you get to know that they can fight those according to layers when you blindly accuse President Weah? When do you get to know that? So you guys should stop this hypocrisy. So because you were President Weah, that's why you guys forget about layers. You just blindly accuse him. That's why you're blindly accused of Jamasi Koji. That's why you're blindly accused in Abondo. Do you have the proof today to show that Sinabono was the one that bringing the drugs that you people accused them of? Well, today you got to know layer. How are you going to tell them, man? Well, that today you got to know about patriotism? That today you got to know that we are ordinary people with a victim? We are still in the street there accused President Weah. With President Weah, knowing very well that fighting drugs to be done with laws. The law can fight them. When he passed the toughest anti-drug law in our country, what did you people say yes? Don't say you were the one bringing the drugs. Then you come here, you want to mesmerize or you acting like teaching us. What do you know? Or you think you're the only person that went to school? They are. And stop thinking about hypocrisy in this country. That's true. We are hit against President Weah. This was what we are articulating today. Look, you guys were the one bringing the drugs in this country. You're stop acting like you're teaching us. You're calling today. That's why Joseph Human Podcast saw and he still prepared to bring those Colombians to invest and destroy our country when the children are in your drugs.
Thank you.
School, they are destroying our country. Then you want to add the indigenous. Henceforth, you guys are responsible for the drugs. We'll continue to say you politicize it.
Thank you. Thank you, Spencer. Let's take our last caller, then we go home. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. You guys with a drugs issue. The thing that's happening to them is that this government is trying to expose all of the leaders. And what is taking me back is that I want to understand that these guys were the other supporter of drugs coming into Liberia. Because they think from early administration, even in the security that they left, it was happening. Today, it's still happening. They're under their own watch. Almost all the drug security from the NSA all the way to so they tell me who are fighting the drugs. That's why we say let the FBI come and let the national drug institution from America come and investigate it for us. Our children are dying. This is not a good thing for us. They should stop talking about the fighting drugs, They are just being exposed and God.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Power today, and that's what makes them to be exposed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And on that note, we have to pause on the calls and leave here. But let's go to Aliyu Masale to take a minute to wrap up from his end, and we go home. Aliyu, let's hear from you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Nime. And thanks to that caller that just did that correction. I don't know whether it was Spencer Mohammed or somebody just called.
Spencer. That was Spencer.
Okay. Yeah, you see, those people, they are hypocritical. These people, they are all hypocrites. Yesterday, when Weah was fighting drugs in this country, you people said it was George Weah that were bringing drugs in Abondo, Ballot Jefferson Koji. Why would they prove you high yesterday? You see, now you are talking about layers. George Weah were fighting the drug based on the layers of drugs that were coming to the country. But you didn't say that yesterday, that today you want to say it. When you listen to Mo Ali quite recently, he was like, when they were there, that time when their own were coming.
Mm-hmm.
So because George Weah were empowered, they were bringing drugs, so that the time that you're bringing your own. Go and listen to Mo Ali. And like I said, the United Party built the drugs cartel from 2005 all the way to 17. A presidential convoy was caught with drugs in it under the watch of Madam Eddie Johnson said and Joseph Numa Bakai. And those people, George Weah kept them. And you want to say we should praise the government for fighting drugs. I'm not going to praise them because they are not fighting drugs. When they are fighting drugs, they will be transparent enough. You see, they will be transparent enough. Because first of all, when those people were in opposition, they knew how drugs were coming to the country, be it through the airport, the border, and the seaport. They were telling Liberian people, and those people that were bringing the drugs when they were in opposition, why is it today they are in power? They can tell Liberian people how the drugs is coming to the country, how cocaine, because sacrobenzathine, leprosy, all these things, I know that how cocaine is coming to the country. When you people were in opposition, you knew how the drugs were coming to Liberia through all the borderline, the airport, the seaport, and those people that were bringing it. But today, cocaine coming to the country, you can't tell the Liberian people. You say we should praise them. We are not praising them because they don't want to be transparent enough. So they see when this guy, the poor king, when he went to Liberia, the John Law George we have passed, one of the strongest judge law ever in the world. Talking will know that, oh yeah, $19.2 million drug came for a house. And you know the government will sell that house. And the government will put him in jail for 20 to 25 years. But he was brave enough to go to Liberia. When he went, they say, go and be laid down in your room under air condition. You could do that one to Ali Masale and get to our where in $19.2 million work for dropping from my house. Then you go tell me go there and we carry on investigation. In the morning, I go to LP headquarters in the area and go home. They are not transparent.
Okay.
So they were not listening to Barbara Brown from Maryland County, the senator. One of his son, one of the big person in the Liberian National Police that can escort. According to him, the senator, when he contacted his son, he called him. His son said, oh, I only received instruction from above. They told me to go and escort a vehicle or convoy. And I went and I just went by my instruction. Now, have you people told the Liberian people who instructed Embargo to escort the vehicle? Where did he escort the vehicle from? And from where to where? You can tell Liberian people that in my hometown, 2 barrels of meth were arrested from there. Up to now, the government can't disclose that one. They can't tell, or you say the fighting job when they are harvesting there, they are shielding people. We are not going to praise them for that. The only thing the EPS, this trending video, you need to beef up the president's security. That's the president of the nation. His security, his safety, and well-being should be concerning to all Liberians.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless America. God bless Liberia.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Leo Masale. Folks, just before we go home, I'd like to throw out a happy birthday treat for my little niece. That's you, Fatumata Collins. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Fatumata Collins. It's a birthday treat here from all your brothers and sisters, and also from your mother and your father, Sylvester P. Collins Senior, aka the children handsome daddy of Destined Petroleum. He's wishing you his beautiful daughter a wonderful birthday, Fatumata Collins. Happy birthday to you from your entire family. Well, folks, we got to go home. We will be here, God's willing, tomorrow to bring you another presentation of the program from the Pre-News, brought to you by Crime Stopper Liberia, by Yuba and Sons Incorporated, and Exodus Best Price Store. As Sadako was here, my name is Wendell Nimne. Bye-bye.
I can't stand no more.